Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. This Saturday is June 19th, also known as Juneteenth. And we would like to thank you all for signing on to Senate Resolution 66 to acknowledge the celebration of Black America's recognized Day of Freedom. And if you haven't signed on, I don't think that anyone didn't. I think everyone did, but you can check your laptop and make sure. Observing Juneteenth is about the journey and achievement of Black America. Thank you, thank you. We went through a very traumatic period in U.S. history of sanctioned enslavement, other horrifying events, slavery and beyond, and to survival, persevering, and overcoming odds. And it is our story of pride, resilience, and determination that will always be of historical and spiritual importance. It serves us to understand that together we can overcome all obstacles in our path and that we are all responsible for one another. We're responsible for tomorrow, directly and indirectly. So everyone in this chamber should reflect on that. Juneteenth is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States, dating back to 1865. And it was on June 19th that the Union soldiers, led by Major General Gordon Granger, landed at Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and the enslaved were now free, because Texas is one of those states that refused to concede or accept the orders of the president. Now take note, this is 2.5 years later after President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which officially freed all slaves January 1st, 1863. Again, think about that. General Granger's first order of business was to read to the people General Order Number 3, which began most significantly with, "The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with the proclamation from the executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of rights, the rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired laborer." And those words changed our country. The world changed, and we are continuing to change, trying to make it right, striving to make it right every day. And it's this mantra that we try to make this nation better. We in this chamber have the opportunity to look back over the last 150 plus years of progress, and we get to pay homage to those who have gone before us, those who have paved the way, the road to freedom, many with their lives, and we stand on their shoulders. We as a collective from all walks of life are a part of this victory. We celebrate freedom because Black history is American history, and through our celebrations we reflect the independence. From the dinner table to the backyard barbecue, from the neighborhood block party to the citywide parade and the corporate conference room, and hopefully here in this Capitol. As we pay tribute on this journey, we acknowledge the many roles and contributions of the African American spirit to our society. We embrace the past as well as the future that only unity, respect, and appreciation can bring. Juneteenth will be celebrated all across this country and beyond, and we are writing the history of our state and our nation, and there can be no greater honor in that. Be mindful, be thoughtful of the whole story when writing legislation and voting on issues so we can write a better history here in Michigan. There is no governing body that sanctions or approves Juneteenth celebrations, yet we encourage everyone to participate in a local event. It should strengthen the ties that bind us. It should always be our objective for unity, peace, ultimately equitable equality should be our aim. Next, I'd like to acknowledge the senator from the 3rd District for being a champion here in Michigan and her advocacy and proposals trying to make this day a state holiday. A note to all, a good thing happened in our nation's capital this week. The United States Senate unanimously passed a bill to formally make June 19th Juneteenth National Independence Day a federal holiday, and the bill is headed to the U.S. House of Representatives and should successfully pass, sparking a glorious day when President Biden signs that. And yes, I would like these remarks published. Thank you.
Without objection, so ordered.